Hello and welcome to Courageous and Free. This is Jacqueline Mack, and today's episode is about control and freedom, because getting clear on what's in your control and releasing what's not is really the foundation of true freedom. This is business, this is life, this is everything that we do, that we be, that we're becoming every single day. So stop delaying your happiness or taking action towards your dreams, because today we're going to talk about what's in your control and what's out of your control so that you have the power to release the things you're giving your power away to. So this is an epic solution to prevent burnout, to end decision fatigue, to also make sure we're not doing the things that are causing life to be more difficult than they truly are or truly need to be. Living in reaction mode versus expecting and receiving more of what you desire in all the ways of wealth, health, happiness, freedom, relationship, adventure, etc. So normally I only speak about what I think you should focus on and what I think you should bring awareness to, not just because I've lived it, but because of many of the clients I have coached or trained have lived it too, right? But I want to start out with activating and integrating new ways of being that will ultimately gift you new ways of experiencing life. As you know, this is how I empower others to do the same. So clearing away the BS, activating their wealth, their real desires by setting new boundaries, owning their worth and their confidence, intentionally living out their dreams like a boss with ease. So we're going to cover a few things first that are not in your control. So these are the things that you should not be giving your power away. I don't even like using the word should or could or would, right? But the awareness so that you can truly focus on the things that are in your control, investing time and energy into those things first. So what are the things you cannot control? What are the things you cannot control? If you thought about this, or are you just reactively living life? How other people treat you, if people like you or not. This was hard for me because I'm a recovering people pleaser, a recovering perfectionist, right? Other people's actions, other people's feelings, other people's beliefs, other people's thoughts. Your toddlers, your spouse, you cannot control them. I mean, you can't, you can try, right? The weather, natural disasters, time, the passing of time, physical, mental limitations, your physical needs, right? The past, the future, and the outcomes of anything, really, ever. Like, you think you're in control of the outcomes. And if somebody's done something before and you've done it before, and it's predictable what the outcome could be, but it could also be that, or something better, or something worse, or something completely different, right? So when I think about the things that are out of our control, I think about change. When I'm working with my clients, they're like, oh, this happened to me, or this happened and I, right? So change is guaranteed. That's the one thing that's guaranteed in life, right? Besides death, eventually, is change. So I can expect that and enjoy the ride, which means nothing stays the same. So when I'm going through challenges, they too shall pass, right? With change, that too shall pass. Opportunity can be there, growth can be there. It's all on how we perceive it, how we are allowing ourselves to believe and experience that reality in that moment. And then the past, we cherish it, we learn from it, we honor it, but we're not living there. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. There's a lot of things in my past I would love to relive. But there's a lot of things in my past, and I'm like, wow, if I'm reliving that over and over and over again, I'm missing out on what is available now, what's available next, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. We do not want it to define you, right? Don't let that to define who you are because something happened for you, or if you still think it happened to you, right? Allow the present moment to recognize it. If it touched you in some way, if it moved you in some way, if it impacted you in a major way, right? Yes, we have no doubt that's made you who you are today, or a piece of who you are today. But don't keep going back and touching that hot stove. You touch a hot stove, ouch, right? Let's move on, move through, and learn how to live with the fact that that happened. Because sometimes we don't get over things, and sometimes we do. But in most cases, if it's really something truly meaningful to you, a person or a circumstance, it's not something we ever really get over. And I had to learn that really hard early on in my life. And then the future, planning too far out, trying to control what is. And instead of like being present, right? Being truly present and not settling. I'm all about setting intentions. I'm always encouraging people to show up as your best version, your best future version of yourself, right? But that is here and now in the present moment. So give yourself some peace, some grace on how things are supposed to be, and focus on finding the joy and the happiness in the now before even having, doing, being, or experiencing that next thing. Because the journey that we call life is much more fulfilling now, and not just waiting for someday when X happens or Y happens or Z happens, right? Those bucket list things, live them out now. Don't wait for something to happen to start to be happy or to start to think you're good enough or worthy. You are now, but you have to believe that. You have to know that in your heart of hearts, in your soul, and not just in your head, which is very limiting. And then the timing of nature, right? The weather, just anything in general, that's totally out of our control. Death of loved ones, of ourselves, it's primarily out of our control. We can do a lot of things to delay certain things. We can do a lot of things to be prepared, right? Take an umbrella, have an indoor option, things like that, right? So most importantly is other people. If I want to say anything that I coach people around with setting boundaries, intentions, expectations, is letting go of the control of other people. You cannot control if someone likes you or not. You can't control what somebody's actions are, reactions are, or thoughts or feelings or beliefs. You are not responsible for other people's actions or reactions, thoughts, feelings, or beliefs. This includes your spouse, your adult children, your little children, your loved ones. And we don't usually try to, we don't physically, or I guess, so you cannot control other people. When I'm working with my clients, it's usually working on things that are in their control or out of their control. Their intentions, their beliefs, their worthiness, their limiting beliefs, their boundaries. And it typically involves other people, right? We are meant to live life together. As humans, other people are going to be involved in our life. That's part of what fulfills us. That's part of what brings us joy and happiness as human beings and human doers and all the things that we are experiencing here. So you cannot control someone else's actions, their reactions. You cannot control their thoughts. You cannot control their feelings, their beliefs, whether they like you, whether they don't like you, how they're going to react to you, whether they hurt your feelings or not. You're also not responsible. You are not responsible for other humans, even your children or your spouses or your loved ones, how they feel, how they react, what their thoughts are, what their feelings are. Now, most of the time, we're not doing this intentionally or on purpose, but we can many times feel as though we're responsible for them. And that responsibility can manifest in very unhealthy ways. And that's probably for another episode. So do not allow your happiness to be dependent on other people or other people fulfilling your happiness and desires. They do not want that responsibility. And you could set yourself up for a fast track disappointment, failure, or disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, right? Regret after regret. That's not what we want to do. So now that we've talked about a lot of things that are out of our control, we cannot control those things. Let's talk about the things that are in our control. So how you speak to yourself, how much you allow yourself to be truly present, how much you allow yourself to feel and to know what you even want, how you breathe, how you move, how you prioritize. What are your priorities? And are you living according to your values, your expectations, your desires? How much you learn and trust and understand yourself, your intentions, your purpose, your desires. How much you appreciate your small victories. How much or how you even respond to your setbacks, your lessons, the challenges, the discomfort and the change or the growth. How you ask better questions, not just to yourself, but to your clients, to your loved ones, to really seek to understand them before being understood. The way you treat others and respond to others, whether you hold grudges or you let them go. How understanding and supportive you are to others. Where you invest your time, energy, focus, and attention. This is a big one. And are you intentional with that? Who you invest your time, energy, focus, and attention with. Expressing gratitude. Are you open to opportunities, growth, and are you adaptable to change? Those are a lot of things that are in our control. And that's where we take our power back. So this boils down to how you choose. This really boils down to how you choose to treat yourself and others. Your response to being, your response to living, your response to everything that is happening in your worlds, in all the roles and the titles that you hold. It is your responsibility to understand how and why you're even responding to something. We call it respondability, right? Your actions or your reactions or lack thereof, which all stems back to how you feel based on your perception, which is directly tied to your thoughts and your beliefs. So let's dive a little deeper into some of these. How you speak to yourself. Do you believe that you're worthy? Do you believe that life is happening to you or for you? Are you courageous enough to go there and understand what you want, why you want it? And it doesn't matter what other people think, as long as it's true to who you are, your values, your intentions, your life's purpose and goals. Are you confident to take action towards those things? Do you have the bravery to even declare it, to be it, to affirm it? Do you use affirmations every day to activate the affirming of it in your life? How much do you allow yourself to be in this space? Do you invest time for yourself to be in that space, to get more clear, to get more confident, to have the courage to even get clear and confident in those areas? And are you setting your priorities to reflect that? Are you walking the talk or just talking it? Are you creating boundaries? Are you ditching the limiting beliefs and stories? Are you sharing your truth, your real truth in your heart of hearts, and not just what thing you think sounds good in your logical brain, right? Which we know is limited. That sounds good, looks good, or everybody else has done it, so let's go that safe path, right? And then when you look at everything that you surround yourself with and you lay down your head on your pillow every night and you do a quick inventory of what you gave your power away to and where you stepped into your power, that's being courageous and free. That's being confident. That's living out fully. That's being versus just existing. So if you want some more help on how to release the control, activate freedom and fun, free yourself from never being or feeling stuck again because you gave all of your power away to someone else or something else or a certain circumstance that was out of your control. The how, there's 7 pieces to the how, and I give them away for free over at JacquelineMackCoaching.com. Go grab them now and affirm what you are wanting to wake up to every day to be your reality. Take your power back and start living your dreams like a boss. Until the next episode, I'm sending you so much love.